Have you ever felt like something in your body just won't move, no matter how much you stretch, rest, or try to relax? Like there's an invisible weight inside you, pressing down, holding you back, making everything feel just a little heavier than it should. You're not lazy, you're not blocked because you're weak, and you're definitely not broken. What you're feeling might not even be yours. Because sometimes, what feels stuck in your body is actually ancestral key. Unprocessed grief, unspoken fear, unlived dreams, handed down through your bloodline, and where does it land? In the places that hold your hips, your chest, your spine, your breath. You've been trying to move forward, but something deeper has been holding the brakes. And today, I want to show you how to find it, not by pushing harder, but by finally listening, because your body isn't against you. It's carrying stories no one else got to finish. And when you learn how to meet them, you stop feeling stuck, you start to flow again. For years, I felt like I was dragging myself through life. I had goals, I had ideas, but every time I tried to act on them, something pulled me back, like an invisible resistance I couldn't name. Some days, I'd wake up already exhausted. Other days, I'd feel motivated for 5 minutes, then completely shut down. And no matter how much I journaled, meditated, planned, or self-helped my way through it, I couldn't shake this weird feeling of being stuck in molasses. Not mentally, not emotionally. It was in my body. I thought maybe I was just burned out, or lazy, not disciplined enough. But deep down, I knew this wasn't just about me. Because the heaviness didn't feel personal. It felt ancient. It felt like I was carrying someone else's fear, someone else's caution. Like I had inherited a story that said, don't move, don't speak, don't mess it up, just survive. And honestly, that story worked for the people who came before me. It kept them alive. But I wasn't trying to survive anymore. I was trying to live, to grow, to expand. And that's when it hit me. The stuckness wasn't just mine. It was ancestral. And it was sitting in my body quiet, frozen, waiting for someone to finally listen. That realization changed everything. In Western terms, ki is often called life force. But in ancient traditions, especially in Chinese medicine and Taoist wisdom, ki isn't just energy. It's information. It carries emotion. It carries memory. It carries the blueprint of how life moves through you. And sometimes, that movement gets interrupted. Imagine your body like a river. Ki is the current. It flows through channels, through organs, through fascia, and breath. But when your ancestors experienced trauma, war, poverty, exile, suppression, silence, and didn't have the tools or time to process it, that ki didn't just disappear. It got interrupted. It got stored. It got passed down. And where did it go? Into the body? Into tension. Into holding patterns, not just in you, but through you. So, when you feel stuck, it's not always about your mindset. Sometimes, you're feeling the residue of generations who had to shut down to survive. And here's the key. This key doesn't need to be pushed out. It needs to be acknowledged. Because what's frozen in the body is often just waiting for one thing, permission. Permission to feel, to move, to speak. To release what never got to be expressed. That's the medicine we weren't taught. That sometimes healing doesn't look like effort. It looks like softening. And when you soften the place that's been holding for decades, or centuries, ki begins to flow again. Not because you did more, but because you finally stopped forcing and started listening. Let's start by meeting your body where it is. You don't need incense or perfect posture. Just a few quiet minutes. Somewhere you can sit or lie down without distraction. Close your eyes. Bring one hand to your chest, the other to your belly. Now, breathe. Not deep, not forced. Just natural, as you breathe. Let's scan. Start at your jaw. Is it clenched or soft? Move down to your throat. Do you feel tightness? Like words never spoken. Now your chest. Is it open or guarded? And your belly. Does it move freely when you breathe, or is it holding something in? Scan your hips. Do they feel heavy? Still, like they're hiding something. Keep going. Down your legs, into your feet. Notice where the flow stops. That's not a flaw. That's a signal. Those places that feel numb, tight, or strangely quiet, they might be where ancestral ki has been sitting, waiting not to be fixed, but to be heard. You don't have to name the story. You don't have to know who's it. Was? Your body already knows. Say quietly. In your heart. It's safe to feel. It's safe to move forward. I don't have to hold what isn't mine. And keep breathing. Because that breath, it's how stuck energy begins to melt. Now that you've noticed where the key feels stuck, let's invite it to move. Start by placing both hands on the area that felt blocked during the scan. It could be your chest, belly, throat, anywhere that felt tight or frozen. Take a breath in through your nose, and on the exhale, let out a soft sound. It doesn't need to be pretty. This isn't about singing. Try a simple like the sound you make when something feels comforting. Feel the vibration under your hands. That's key waking up. Now let your body sway just a little. Not dancing, just allowing a gentle rhythm, like grass responding to wind, as you move and hum. Imagine the stuck energy softening, not leaving, not escaping, just melting. Try a different sound on the next exhale. A long, low ah. Let it ride your breath out. Let it tremble if it needs to. Let it carry old silence with it. You might yawn, you might sigh, you might feel tears rise for no reason at all. That's not weakness. That's your nervous system thawing. And remember, you're not doing this to get rid of something. You're doing it to say, I hear you. I'm here now. You're free to move. That's how ancestral energy begins to shift, not through force, but through sound, breath, and presence. Stay here for a minute or two. Let the energy find a new rhythm. Let it remember how to flow. After any release, your body doesn't just need stillness. It needs containment. Think of it like this. You've just melted part of an iceberg. Now the water needs somewhere to land, so don't jump up. Don't go scroll. Stay gently placed. One hand on your belly, the other on your heart. Feel the warmth. Feel your edges. Whisper in your mind, I'm here. I'm whole. My energy belongs to me. Now rub your palms together slowly. Let them warm. Then cup them gently over the area where you felt the biggest shift, your jaw, your chest, your belly. Imagine your hands are sealing that space, like golden silk being woven over the spot. Not to close it, but to hold it with love. Visualize your key settling in, like water sinking into soil. No rush, no flood, just returning. You might feel a little dizzy, or strangely clear. That's your system adjusting to a new pattern, one that's not based on defense, but on flow. And flow doesn't mean chaos. It means being in relationship with your body again. Let your breath find its own rhythm. Let the stillness wrap around. You're like a blanket. You're not empty. You're just more here than you've been in a long time. Stay in that knowing, even if only for a few breaths more. Maybe knowing before you gotta do this, to slow down, to feel, to listen to the stuck places in the body without judgment, without fear. Maybe your grandmother clenched her belly every time she felt grief, and your grandfather locked his voice deep in his chest. Maybe your parents never had the space to ask, is this tension even mine? And yet here you are, listening, softening, opening a door no one else got to walk through. You're not just healing yourself, you're completing something. Because here's the truth. Ancestral key isn't just trauma, it's wisdom, it's instinct, it's power wrapped in protection that got passed down not to hurt you, but to survive in you, until someone was conscious enough to feel it. That someone is you. When you breathe into your stuckness, you're not breaking apart. You're turning on the light in a room that's been dark for generations. When you let your hips move, or your throat open, or your breath deepen, you're not doing a spiritual exercise. You're sending a signal back through time. It's, okay now, I made it, we're safe. And forward into the future. You won't have to carry this. I'm laying it down now, with love. This is not just embodiment. This is ancestral alchemy. You're not stuck. You're sacred. You're the river, becoming free again. If something stirred inside you today, a breath, a tremble, a memory, a moment of silence, don't rush to explain it. Just honor it. You don't need to figure it out. Your body already has. Maybe you felt something soften in your chest. Maybe your hips started to feel warm. Maybe your throat opened, just enough to sigh. That matters. Not because it's dramatic, but because it's real. This is not a one and done practice. This is a doorway, one you can walk through again. Anytime you feel blocked, overwhelmed, or disconnected from yourself, and when you do, the body will remember. So if anything came up, emotion, sensation, even stillness, I invite you to share it in the comments. Your voice might be the exact reflection someone else needed to feel less alone. That's how we heal together. In truth, without shame. And if this resonated, I'll be sharing more practices to help you reconnect with your key, reclaim your flow, and soften the ancestral knots held in your fascia, breath, and bones. Make sure you're subscribed if that feels right. Until then, walk gently, listen often, trust your own timing. You are never too blocked. You are never too much. You are just waiting to be felt. And now, finally, You are